Innovating Education Learning World in association with WISE, an initiative of Qatar Foundation.
Starting nursery school can be stressful for both children and parents. But preschool education can help youngsters prepare for primary school, and of course, it's a necessity for working parents. So increasingly, projects are exploring ways of providing entertaining and homely environments for toddlers. We look at some unusual ideas now on Learning World. Friedrich Frobel, a German education expert, was the man who first coined the word kindergarten back in 1840. It means child garden, and at that time it described a brand new idea. Today, the word kindergarten is used to describe all sorts of preschools, even this one inside an aeroplane. We go to Georgia to find out why an old plane was turned into a nursery.
Most kindergartens have pushchairs and parents' cars parked at the front, but that's not the case for the Rustavi Science Kindergarten in Rustavi, Georgia. The retired Yakovlev 42 plane from Georgian Airways that dominates the front courtyard has been transformed into a play area, and the children can't seem to get enough of it. You don't even have to wait for a special invitation from the pilot to visit the cockpit. They should put some petrol in the plane, says this young pupil. The airplane has been transformed and features educational equipment, games and toys. But the cockpit is the same, with over 1,500 buttons that the kids love to play with, while imitating real pilots ready for takeoff.
I often thought how we could make the creche a place where children didn't cry on the way there, but after they left. That would be proof that in fact they wanted to stay longer. Having thought about it, I came up with the idea of a creche in the plane, and I remembered that from 2000, or to be more precise, from 2005. There were more indigo children born. They are children who are known to be more sensitive to technology and who possess special, unusual and sometimes supernatural traits.
Shapidze bought the old plane from Tbilisi airport for an unspecified sum and arranged for it to be transported to Rustavi. The refurbishment took several months, and Shapidze says he was concerned at first that parents would not take to the idea. But the unique playpen has become a hit with mums and dads as well.
It's a unique example of a creche, and that was our motivation in deciding to bring our child here. I'm happy my child will be among the first to take part in this experiment.
The staff hope that, in addition to being a fun place full of knobs to turn and buttons to push, playing on the aircraft will help children's development.
I have many years' experience working in various kindergartens. But this one is, of course, different from what I've seen before. This is a very different and unusual environment for children to spend their time in, to play and learn. And that's what got me interested in it. In this technical world, maybe it will give children the necessary qualities. And also I hope children who are learning here will not develop a fear of flying in the future.
The kindergarten currently has 20 children, but there are more on the waiting list. The private play school in the impoverished Georgian industrial city costs around €70 per month for each child, more than double the price of going to a state-run institution.
Playing and having fun can help toddlers engage in their preschool life and learn useful skills. But parental input remains a major factor in child development. So what happens when working parents have to leave their children in nurseries for long hours? One center in Japan has come up with a novel way of involving parents in their children's day at kindergarten. Let's see how they did it.
The first unique aspect of Danno Nursery is its location, inside a former Buddhist temple in the center of Kyoto. But it's not the only standout feature. This kindergarten has also a very long time schedule because many of the parents are doctors, nurses, and parents whose work requires late-night shifts. Modern time rules and ancient customs are welcome here. A little bit of physical exercise before getting down to work. Kids sing songs, listen to stories, or develop hand skills with diverse activities. They also learn maths with repetition of graphics and other play methods. Many kids spend the whole day and part of the night here. Children who stay late would have very little opportunity to taste home-cooked food, and that's one of the reasons why the principal has asked parents to bring, at least twice a week, a homemade lunchbox with bento, a traditional lunch with colourful designs. This is the only hoiken of its kind in Japan that asks parents to make bento on a regular basis.
If they only eat the food which is cooked at the nursery, they will not feel the warmth of their homes. That's why the preparation of the bento lunchbox is a way of transmitting their parents' love. Because of the fact that their busy father and mother find the time to prepare the bento, it becomes more valuable. And I want all children to appreciate their parents' effort.
And as a ritual before opening their lunch bento boxes, they sing this song. What a joy! It is time for lunch. My mouth is clean, my hands are clean. Let's eat peacefully. Thanks to Hotoku the Buddha for my meal. Bon appétit, everyone. That's how the lyrics go. The moment they open the lunchbox is the highlight of the day. Many of the boxes have smiling faces made with rice and sesame seeds or pieces of seaweed. In Japan, bento lunchboxes usually have rice, vegetables, sausages, fried chicken, egg rolls or other meats. Good design is a must. It is quite small, but the ingredients should be selected, cut and carefully placed in the small box.
The first time I prepared it, my child came home and said, "Mum, today's lunch was so delicious." And that phrase encourages me to make it.
The concentrated efforts to prepare the lunchboxes are as much as anything expressions of affection. In short, while their parents are at work, these bentos are intended to provide emotional as well as physical nourishment during a long day. The busiest parents arrive to pick up their kids when it's already dark and the nursery is almost empty.
We sometimes cannot finish work in time and cannot leave the office. So it's really helpful to have a place that can keep our children until late. I'm really thankful to Danno for that.
Danno Nursery is one of only 60 facilities in Japan recognised by state and local authorities to provide services at night. The 200 places offered by the nursery are the most heavily contested in Kyoto City.
Well, from the feedback we've received on our social media pages, it seems that many of you are in favor of different and creative kindergartens. Do let us know what helped your child's development. That's it for this week. Goodbye for now.
Learning World in association with WISE, an initiative of Qatar Foundation.